Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos, and yes, this is a ramble, not one of Gav's videos where I'm supposed to be explaining something and it turns into a ramble, or showing something and it turns into a ramble. No, it is a ramble. Hopefully not too long though. I did one Christmas Eve, or day before, I don't know, whenever I did one. Turned out to be an hour and 10 minutes, and the computer flatly refused to upload it. I'm not uploading this rubbish. So it comes to something when even the computer stops working for you, repelled by what you're trying to force on people. Anyway, happy Christmas. Yeah, we're a day late now, but I've been saying happy Christmas to people that I've been putting comments on and been putting comments on mine and stuff. So, but happy Christmas to all you Tubesters. I hope Santa's brought you everything you've always wanted. I know in some of the guys' cases it already has. We've got Bob from Greybeard Models has got himself a Sherman tank. We've got Paul from Plastic Monkey. He's got himself a 1 in 32 scale Hurricane. I have got a model which I believe I've already said. I got a 1 in 700, but I got it before Christmas because it came from overseas, and that's the Trumpeter 1 in 700 scale Bismarck battleship. I think I said to you guys before, there's a lot of huge Bismarck fans out there. I mean, I got this one purely because Hunter, that do the wooden decks for these type of things, they've got like I wouldn't say a Pontos set, but I'll tell you what, when I got it's marvellous. I will do an unboxing of that. I won't get them out the packets and stuff, but there was about 5 or 6 etched sheets, plus the wooden deck, plus the barrels. The only thing I would have liked is, and I'm going to have a look for, because I won't get this one built until ages yet. Let's face it, it's going to be at least probably late spring. But I would like some secondary gun barrels for it, and I don't suppose you can get rounded anti-aircraft barrels for the smaller ones, but we'll see. But yeah, I've got that, so we'll have an unboxing of that in the next few days, or whenever I decide to get off my behind and do it. I was just thinking back today, as you often do, like what do you do, what haven't I done, you know, in my hobbies. Model wise, as we've just been talking about models, let's get that done first. It really has been an unproductive year. I've been having some my head, you know, I've got PTSD and other stuff that's related to it, and off camera it's been quite a difficult year this year. I'm still here though. We've got through another year. That's always a bonus. But my head's been all over the shop, and it's really affected what I've been doing, hence lots of stop-start kits. I've even had to let go a regular commission that I've been doing the last couple of years, because I just said to the guy, it's just not fair on you. I'm getting slower and slower, you know, it's getting a bit ridiculous really. Head struggles to concentrate a lot of the time. I'm hoping this year coming it might be better, you never know. We can think positive. But yeah, so modelling, I think the only model I've completed, you guys probably remember better than me, is the egg plane for Charlie Mack's egg plane build. I think that's the only thing I can say I've actually completed from start to finish. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I can't see anything around me. And that's pretty sad. Let's go through them that I can remember. The motorbike, that's still in the drawer behind me, dust free. Problem with that one, love the kit, love the bike, I like the sports bikes and that, but my problem is my mates, my Maras, Rob Rimmer, that's Rim Scale Models, Jeff Starts Donahue Scale Models, Bob Greybeard Models, they will, and a fair few others, they will snip off all of, if there's a particular colour to be painted, they'll snip them all off, the sprues, put them in little pots or whatever they do with them, paint them all the same, and then they can go on. Well, the problem is because my brain can't compute the instructions anymore properly. If I do that, I'm just going to end up in a world of mess. So I found what derailed me with the bike was it was literally clean the airbrush, spray a bit, clean the airbrush, do something, and I just got so bogged down in it. It's a shame because Beetle sent me the paint for that as well. It will get done, Beetle. It will. One only just it's not fair on you. I know you don't put a gun to my head and say do things, but I feel obligated, not obligated, but you did something really nice for me, and I want to get. It will get done. It's just when my head can get round to doing a bit more. So the bike's sitting there waiting to be completed. It's not that far off, to be honest with you. It's yes, the main greens, let's put it that way, got to go on, and some other bits and pieces, but it's not that far off. So that's got to be done. The Panther tank, the 1/72 Panther tank, which I've said I'm actually going to, I've got the last few figures on the desk here. I want to get that done between now and the end of January, which is the setting. It is December, January time really in the Ardennes. So that's going to get done. I want to get that done. The build itself is completed. It's just the little tiny diorama I wanted to put it on. So we'll get that done. Trees have been done for it. It's just came to a screeching halt months ago, and it's just sat there waiting. So Panther tank will get done. The paper British tank destroyer from a real tank, the Conqueror, did exist. We didn't make a lot of them. They were end of the late 40s, early 50s, whatever. But they were never massively successful. Never saw any action, which in one sense is a good thing. But the tank destroyer is a paper version of it. Never existed, apart from some blueprints. But I took a fancy to that, and for what I have no idea, I can only put it down to head problems. But then again, a lot of other people that build models go on bouncing around different things. She's sitting in the I've got particular big deep drawers that I hold kits in and figures in when I'm not, or they're waiting for a particular stage to be done, and I keep them dust free. So she's waiting. She still has some black camouflage put on her, sprayed on her, and I believe the tracks I've painted bases colours on the tracks and everything. They've fallen apart a bit, which I'm a bit disappointed at, but I think I can clip them back together again. So I just went off that, but it's got to get done because I've got other kits that I would like to start next year, but I'm doing nothing because I've said to myself, apart from the odd 1 in 700 ship that I might see, and if it's in, somebody's selling one off cheap, I'm getting no more tanks, aircraft, anything like that. I've got more than enough, and let's just get down the stash and let's get some built, because some have been gifted to me. Like Greg sent that T62 down, Ukrainian T62. So I'd like to get some of them done, so that's that. Is there any other kits? Oh, the 109, I was going great guns. Somebody mentioned that they'd had a problem, and a couple of people mentioned they'd had a problem with the canopy, and I had the same problem. So of course, Gav, it's not in the bin, but I've got to put what time I've got in. See, the thing is as well, I paint figures to bring in some income into the house, because it's the only income from my side of it that we get. So it's not just a hobby for me. Yes, it is. It keeps, as my wife says, it's my therapy. It's painting figures, making the kits and that. But the figure painting, a lot of the time, it's nothing about being a mercenary. It's just I've got to try and bring something in. It's the only thing I can do. My head keeps breaking down. I can't work. I'm not on benefits. I won't take the medication. This is my medication, and helping you guys out there. So, yeah, anything's a bonus, if that makes sense, when I sell stuff. So I get the enjoyment. I'm a big military history buff, as we all know, and I just enjoy figure painting. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there with that. The other kit I probably would like to get, Rubicon models seem to be taking forever to get their Vietnam M48s out and the M113s, the tracks for Vietnam. I wouldn't mind one of those because it'll be the same scale as those 28mm Vietnam figures, and yes, I'll try selling it when it's done with the figures, but I'll still have the enjoyment of doing it. But I would like to get one or two of those, although they're not particularly cheap still. So yeah, we're bouncing all over the place with the models. HMS Kent has always been long running, and as I say, she's still getting putting railings on when I've got the will to, or not so much the will, just when I want to do it. USS Lexington is the kit that I'm running with at the moment, because I'm loving doing that kit. I had to wait with all the strikes. Had to wait for ages until a few days back for paint for her, to paint sections and stuff. So she's ready, but she'll be up for another video in probably about another 5 days or so, just to add a bit more on, just to show a bit more interest for you guys. So that's the one kit that's getting a lot of traction at the moment. But seriously, I would like to get the Badger done, so I'm going to see if I can get some enthusiasm injected in me and get that because it's a nice big hunk of armour, really nice. You know, it's just getting there and doing it. So that's that. Bust wise, I've been dragging my feet. Why I'm dragging my feet over? I loved painting the bust for Charlie Mac's South Pacific Group build. That's the Marine from I nearly said Iwo Jima, 1st Marine Division, United States Marine Corps, for Guadalcanal. Thank you, Gav. Solomons, not Iwo Jima. Tomorrow, without fail, all I've got to paint on that are two little bits of helmet straps. Get them done, Gav. Get them on his wooden plinth. Show people. Done. For that video, it will be a quick, this is what I've done, and then it's just a photo montage from beginning when I've saved all the photos on my computer, which is why my computer's probably slow, and I'll just do a slideshow from beginning to end. But I did Wolverine, I didn't print him myself, I bought him as a print, and I've made such a cruddy job on this base. I'm about to repaint it because that's all that's stopping Wolverine having one last show and getting in my cabinet. So that's been done. So you should see Wolverine in the next few weeks. I know, famous last words. But yeah, I think that's the only bust. Is it the only bust I've done? Was the Marine bust last year? The other for Vietnam, I think it was the blue. I think we can actually say we did that one as well. So we can say, if I can get this one on the plinth, we can say 2 busts this year. I'd said I'd do 4. I've done 2. I'm looking at, the wife wants to get me something for my birthday, which is in a week or two's time. Head problems, I can't even remember. And I'm looking at, I don't want to spend a lot of money, so I'm looking at getting a 75mm figure, and I'll put some money towards it. I'm looking to either get a 75mm figure, because again, models wise, there's no point. I've got tons of them, you know. I don't need no more. Even ships, you know, I've got, for the moment, I've got enough. So I'd like a figure or a bust probably, but I thought I'd go for a figure this time rather than a bust, because I've got the Waffen SS Panzergrenadier for the Ardennes, funny enough, in there. He'd be the same size as the Marine. I was going to start him, but I've also got what they call a mini bust of a French Napoleon, I think it's LaSalle, French Napoleonic general, to do. He's in a riding pose without a horse. So yeah, not done a lot of busts. Mike from Mike's Miniature Motors, happy Christmas, Mike. He wants me to do the Oiram bust. That's the only one I've ever had that's almost got a block on me. I just cannot. I've picked it up twice now, done tiny bits to it and put it down, because I cannot work out in my head how I want to do the flesh on that, because it's painted, as you know, of that period, like white stuff on the face, and I can't get it how I want it. And I'm about to well, I'm not about to, because I can't touch it at the moment, but I'll repaint the face on that at some stage, and we'll try again. So that's that. All the figure painting I do, that's more prolific, that gets done. I find that obviously the smaller figures and I paint them for a reason. I enjoy showing my work, but it's also, they're like mini adverts. I get the enjoyment of painting them, and then I try and sell them. Sometimes I don't sell. I've got boxes of unsold figures that I've done mainly through the channel, small bits. The old West figures, I'd be reticent to sell those because they are my. I do enjoy those, and I'd like to, get a few more. The Vietnam figures I love doing. Vietnam is one of my things I read up on and whatever. But if they sell, I need obviously funds to go in there. But I still enjoy doing them. And as I say, once I've sold them, I'll just get more and sell it and paint them again, if I sell them. So that's that really. So I'm not going to apologise for showing you things, getting all enthusiastic over something, and then not seeing it through, because 8 out of 10 times they normally are seen through. It just takes me a while if I've gone out of sync with them. I'm enjoying doing my colour pencil drawings as well at the moment, but that's not for this channel particularly. It's just something I just got into, and I just do it up on a catch when I do, and I follow a few colour pencils artists. So I won't go down that road, but that again saps a bit of time away from other stuff. But it is also nice to have something else that helps my head. And the die cast. It's taken ages, because it took ages with all the postal strikes, and we're having them all through next year, and it's going to go on for months. So you Doug, you sent me some stuff for cards and that through. That's Doug Hensley. I don't know if you'll see this, but they still haven't arrived yet, Doug. I will let you know when they do, as we email each other, so you'll hear it when they do arrive. It's just they probably are in our system under 10 tons of other stuff that's just sitting there. Because you know what happens? All the stuff through the strikes, they will just go to the top of the pile and pick off. So I've got stuff that's probably been sat there now, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, longer. And I've had other stuff delivered. I had some pencils delivered before Christmas that they were only about a day or two out of, late. And that's because you know what's happened in between the strikes, they'll just go to the top of the pile and pick them off. So all the rest of our stuff, I've been waiting for decals for the Ford Escort, the die cast, still not arrived. I'm not blaming the fella, they're in there somewhere, just whenever we get to see them. So yeah, the die cast. Finally got some paint strip, just paint stripping it now actually. So I'm getting my new saw. I might even have a go tonight and start taking bonnets off, doors off, or I might leave it till tomorrow, it just depends. But I won't. I was about to pick it up, but it's got stuff all over it, so let's not do that again. So that's another string to my bow. I've got all the plastic, which took ages again with the strikes to get through to me. So that looked like almost like, oh, Gav said something and nothing's happening. So yeah, getting back to what I'm trying to say is, I've always said I do this channel to interact with all, not just the channel marrows out there that make chat content, but all the other guys that in the YouTube community that watch our channels. It really does help me head. Money making out of it, yeah, I'll put adverts on. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. I try and break it up, but I don't have a problem putting adverts on. I've got no other income. At the end of the day, if it helps. Sound like Bob Arabian Mons. If it helps to, maybe it's because I'm a Londoner. No, maybe not. Yeah, it's it just helps get stuff in. It might be a bust. It could be anything. So following with the die cast, I'm going to do a couple of cars. Let's see how successful we are with them. I'll say this one's been dedicated to a good member of the channel, Sean, at the Scale Model Car Guy channel. Bloody brilliant bloke. If you could bottle the enthusiasm, he'd make a fortune out of it. He bounces around like a squash ball, that fella. He really, really, and I don't mean like from project to project, I just mean he's just, I wouldn't say a happy bloke. Sean is just one of these fellas. He's got a lot of enthusiasm for the subject, and he's been such a support to me ever since I've known him, and like so many of you. But yeah, go check out Scale Model Car Guy channel. So this one's been dedicated to Sean because he likes a lot of the European cars, as well as obviously a lot of the American cars. But I know he's done rally and type of thing, escort type related stuff. So hopefully, if I can do a good job on that, we shall see. So there's that. But I've also been, this is going all over. I can pick up occasion. I'm not that I have, but I have looked some fairly inexpensive die-cast lorries, British lorries and buses. And I've got a hankering to get a, I can't remember the blooming scale now. It's not the die-cast, it's not the, sorry, Hot Wheels scale, it's a bit bigger. But they're made by like Oxford Die-Cast. One is 76, there might be, something like that. And they do tractors and stuff. Oh yes, you can see what's coming. Oh, it's brilliant. It's modelling. I class it as modelling. I'm sorry, I know people are spitting their tea and coffee out now. But if you're taking saws, opening up doors, scratch building interiors, and adding, if it's a lorry, you know, you could be doing other stuff to it. I don't know, that seems to be modelling to me. Just not without using, well, it is using styrene in a lot of it, because styrene gets added as well. So, anyway. I'm talking really quick, as I say, because I know that one went far too long last time. So, finishing off now. So, yeah, I'm not going to apologise for stuff appearing and then disappearing for ages and stuff. I'm sorry if you're into just following a particular build, you probably ain't going to see it on my channel. You will, but you have to see a load of other crap before you get to the next one. That's just how it is. But like, yeah, now finishing off, I just wanted to thank you all for your support this year. Obviously, all the years I've known, you know. I mean, I had a comment off Chris from Walkabout Games. Now, I've known Chris since I was on here, just doing the wargaming side of stuff and painting wargames figures. And Chris, he's into Vietnam like me and some of the other stuff. And also he's an ex-serviceman in the Canadian Army. So, thumbs up from one veteran to another. But yeah, you know, seeing I've been on here a long time, and there's people I've known for a long time. There's people I've known for a short time. But the one thing you always get is really kind words and support, and that means a hell of a lot. You know, I'm never going to be. I'm a Marmite channel. This, look up Marmite. It's a yeast spread, beef yeast spread, something, whatever. Aussies call it Vegemite. We call it Marmite. I think it's the same thing, but you either like it or loathe it, and that's what this channel's about. Like it or loathe it, but it's amazing the amount of people that loathe it, but must keep me on a thing, because the minute I put on that down, Rachel, don't get it. But anyway. I want to thank you all. You're a magnificent bunch of people, beautiful people, as I keep calling you all, to spend the short time you've got watching my overly long videos. I know you can't all watch them all, and you have to skip through them, and I've got no problems with that whatsoever. I am a bloke who makes giant videos, and I make a lot of them, and I waffle a load of crap a lot of the time. But thank you for the guys that make the videos. It does, even if you're not a person that edits like I do, it takes a time out of your day to do them. And a lot of the time you don't get a lot of, some people either, and I mean, it's not as if I get a load of comments myself, but you can see people putting stuff up and they get like 4 comments, and you just, you know, those guys must be thinking, what the hell have I got to do, you know. One moment. Yes, we will be speeding up because my wife is bringing Archie back from his walk. Yeah, you know, thank you all for taking the time to make your videos. I really appreciate it. I've enjoyed so many this year. I'm not going to go down in naming them all. But I've got such a variety of the guys that I follow. I just think your work's fantastic. I don't care if you make really slick videos or if you make them like this, you know, waffly, badly lit, whatever. I don't care. I enjoy the company, and that's what it is for me. I don't get out of this room much, and yeah, it's good company. I get to see people from around the world I'm probably never going to shake hands with, and that's sad in itself. But yeah, thank you very much. Also, I just wanted to thank all the tubesters that, because you don't make channels, you don't, obviously, you can feel like you're not part of it all, but you are. If you didn't do them, if you didn't put the comments down and the putting the thumbs up and all that, the YouTube would be a hell of a lot. Well, it wouldn't exist for a start, because just us doing channels is not fellow channel marers is not enough. And if you didn't take your time out your day to watch our stuff and contribute to our channels, it would be a hell of a lot darker and a hell of a lot poorer place to be and to hang out. So thank you very much to all the unnamed people. I don't often name people, only because then I miss out a load of others, and that's not really fair. So thank you very much, guys. All the people that watch these that don't have channels, you're still part of it all, and thank you. So guys, I'll do normal videos coming up now over the next few days. Oh yes, you can't escape them, especially if you're on holiday. I've got those 4 Praetorians almost finished. I'm having to hand paint the shields. Don't ask me why. Ask me why. No, don't. It'll go on. But those are almost done. What else? Oh yeah, I'm doing, as I say, the 2 figures. So Wolverine's getting his base paint. By God, I'm painting that base over the next couple of days. It's getting done. And the Marine bust you should see tomorrow, or no, it won't be tomorrow. But over the next couple of days, the Marine bust Guadalcanal will be up there. Lexington update coming up soon. And then whatever. As I say, there's other stuff I'm trying to get out of the, like the Panther and stuff, get it done. Let's get it some forward motion. Oh, diecast, the Ford Escort, the Hot Wheels Ford Escort. Hopefully I'll do an update on that as well. Thanks again, guys. You're all beautiful people. I hope the upcoming year is better for you than a lot of people have had health problems in the community this year. I wish you all the best if you have, and if you're overcoming them. Just keep pushing the ball forward. And thank you very much, guys. Look after yourselves, and catch you on the next one. And a Merry Christmas.